Well, I'm led to believe that there is we are changing server, so...
Well, that's nothing new, I guess. It's only happened for every single game I've seen today. And now I'm plugging your stream. Well, by the looks of things, they're actually moving server fairly far, so that's something.
Yeah, but we can't join the actual server, can we?
No.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Casius.
How are you guys?
For viewers of the stream who can't see the overlay, he spelt his name wrong. This is actually Cadus.
Yes, yes.
You should see him play
Cadus.
Demo Man, it's something.
Yeah, somewhere.
New Source TV.
Cool.
Courtesy of Jazz.
That's the server you guys are on, right?
Yes, we will be watching a Division 5B Steel match.
Ooh, I see.
Division 5 should always be a
me just
bit
boot
better than
up.
Div 6, depending on the teams.
Who's it against?
I'm going to go ahead and say that these teams are actually in a grudge match right now, that one of them possibly played the other of them before. These are all possible things.
Are they, is this ETF2L, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Everyone's rushing to get their officials out of the way, or Russian in one of the team's case.
Okay.
Oh, that's terrible.
that was a bad pun.
Do you have the new Source, Soxy, TV?
Yeah, them all.
Oh, yes.
2 viewers at the moment. With the boost
2
up.
viewers.
2 views. We need to plug this like as much as we
That
can.
means we're only
I had about
90 odd times worse than Pure, numbers wise.
I had about
Mind you, Pure, he's been going quite a long time, hasn't he?
hit about 23 last game.
That's quite impressive. It's more than 20 even. It's half of a heavy GPS.
Yeah. I don't know, when high GPS is just like streaming normally, it usually gets around 10, 15 views, so...
Those, from what I can tell, he has the personality of a lemon.
Oh,
He's alright, I like
I
him.
don't know, I don't know very much about him other than that I once played a lobby against him and he got pissed off
this
because I
is where
kept
you
killing
find
him.
out that one person on the
That's
stream
like-
is me and the other person is heavy as GPS.
I played a lobby with him on Viaduct. That was not fun.
Well, he likes sniping a lot.
Well, exactly, I know, exactly, and Viaduct is just ridiculous.
Well, I could play the match, but I think I'm just trying to use the camera to get around the map in an amusing yet entirely pointless way instead.
Okay, I'm just coming in, yeah.
So, do we have any predictions? Do we know anything about either of the
I
teams?
am going to say Grigri will win.
Well, I think in the absence of proper evidence, I'm just going to count by the number of people with tags in their names, and Grigri is ahead with 3 there, so...
I don't know, I sometimes don't use tags in my name, so that could be just a preference thing.
I'm going to have to disagree with you there. I think it's definitive evidence. And you can see from history that the armies that went to battle with tags in their names almost always beat the ones that didn't.
Are you being legit there, or are you playing my leg?
No, that's not true. It's not, of course it's not true.
You could convince me of anything, so...
You'll believe anything I say.
I know. Probably should.
We almost have, oh right, we have 7 and 8 respectively. It could be a while then. Oh no,
Yeah, right,
8 and
okay.
8 respectively.
Well, they just joined up, aren't they? It doesn't. ETF2 matches don't usually start till 8, so. I mean, I know ours, we had ours yesterday on Bad Water, and ours didn't start till 8ish.
Great. Just after I said that Grigri will win, I got a message from one of them on Steam saying, "We've never played this map before, this should be fun."
Wow.
Thank you guys.
Really instills confidence.
The other team you say is Russian, are they?
It is Critoveds.
Well, with a name like that, I think we should be looking out for full-time crits all day, every day,
Yeah.
of course. Which is, of course, a characteristic, supposedly, of Russian teams. Can you...
Yes, just
Is that
constant
actually
crits.
true?
I don't know.
Neither of you are Russian, so I can't actually...
Russians seem to prefer crits.
I'm Russian. I just live
Russia.
in England.
So problem. Still, for a real perspective of what a mess this map is, in terms of playing without knowing
It
about
really
it.
is.
If you just
Will
take a
be.
look out by zooming out to the top of the map, you can see that it's basically a hive in there.
It should be good fun to for me to cast. To be honest, I'll probably lose like where the points are quite a few times. So be ready for that.
Someone set SV cheats to 1, or...
Yeah. I mean, this map is already fairly complicated in terms of finding the void between points, but if you then realise that every time you cap a point, different doors open and close, like when you cap A, the doors to B and E both open,
So
and also a
confusing.
door to D, and yet at the same time spawns get moved. This map is quite complex, but it's good fun, especially if it's for playing.
I don't know if spawns times change as you cap
Spawn
points.
times change as well. It's
okay.
all change on steel. The other interesting thing about this map is that apparently a fair few teams have started doing a interesting strategy where they basically flank the team at B after capping A, which you can do by going via the door that opens to E. Get a lot of players down, and then basically spawn camp them while a scout and either a demo or soldier with pain train tries to cap the point. And you can viably do that. I think Looking did it versus Tangerine in one of their scrims. It's an interesting strategy by any means.
I'm not really sure there's like a rigid sort of usual strategy.
Oh no. In Highlander, a rigid strategy.
Well,
Hasn't
yeah,
been-
exactly.
It hasn't been played enough for there to be any set strategies, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, especially on steel, because that's a map kind of where it's very sort of like, well, you can sort of, it's very flexible.
It's, it's not like your bad water or your upward.
No,
where
Yeah.
everyone
it's
sort
not
of
like a
knows
linear path.
you put
Yeah,
your
I think
sentries
it's weird,
here,
really.
you
They
do
are
this.
the maps, perhaps, where you get the least upsets, I think, Badwater and that one, just because everyone plays them so much.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think if we knew more about either of these teams, we could say they could be looking to cause an upset, but we
I
don't.
don't know. We could make educated comments, analytics or whatever, but hey, there you go.
As of this afternoon, I do not have to play steel this season.
Wow.
Really?
I casted one of the other ties in my division this afternoon, and one of the teams rage quit afterwards and are dropping.
Cool.
So
Cool. Good for you, I guess.
So you don't have to play steel. That's a very
We
lucky
do
break
not
for
have
you
to play
and for
steel.
me, because that means we can scrim on a
It
team
is
on a map that we're playing you.
unbelievably lucky break. We have
That
not
is a
played
bit
steel
very
once.
lucky.
It
I
would
wonder
have been
why.
the first time.
Wow. And mind you, I just have a strong dislike for steel, because unless you're playing it in a lobby, and even lobbies are bad.
Lobbies
For this
are
map.
terrible for this map. Jesus.
But
Yeah,
you know,
it's
what I mean,
just
if you
absolute
get
unfettered
even if you
chaos.
get like a good lobby, then it's still really painful to play. Like just as a map to play, it's pretty painful.
When you have calls on this thing and both teams have a defined strategy, it's a really interesting map to play, a bit like Gravel Pit in that regard, I think. But
I don't know, gravel pit can be good as long as it doesn't get too
more structured in
stalemating.
this map, I think, Gravel Pit. Or at least more easily structured.
But gravel pit. I don't know. Gravel pit is interesting because you can. There's like a number of pushes that you can do, and usually teams only follow like one or two pushes.
Yeah.
Like either pushing from A through C to B, or pushing through like A through long, or pushing A2 through the short entrance.
I think
The only
gravel
thing
pit.
regret I have about gravel pit is the fact that there's quite a lot of the time, people just abandon it, which makes it slightly less interesting as a map, I think.
Yeah.
I disagree because there's always the threat that they won't abandon it.
That's true.
Yes, I suppose.
I've only
But
ever seen
Perhaps
one.
it's just a feature of a map like gravel pit when there are 2 points you can cap that no team can really effectively defend both of them against an equally matched team.
I don't know. I think really the main thing with A that is usually done on gravel pit is that they just try and get a pick or two, like on the actual point, as in sticky wise, and then just have the spy watching. I know that's what we did with our match.
It looks like we have 9 on both teams.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
I'm
He
gonna
said he
let,
was having some FPS issues though.
I'm gonna let you two do most of the talking this game.
Okay.
tired of about 15 hours of
I've
stream.
been awake for about 30 hours now, so I'm starting to feel it.
Yeah, I bet. You needed like a Red Bull.
Oh, no,
The thing
I
is,
can't
something
have, I
else
can't
that
have
makes you
fizzy at
also
the
feel
moment,
queasy in my experience.
I don't know, Red Bull. I don't know. I think like a really big energy drink rather than like a small one.
We
Here we
have
go.
indeed
We are going live.
started. It will be
Well, we're going live
interesting.
as of a minute and a half ago. But let's see, the important
Yes.
thing is the blue heavy feeding the blue soldier. No, he's not. What a fool. I can offer only one pro tip to heavies other than track like a boss, which is, at the start time, if you stand by the resupply cabinet and throw sandwiches to a self-damaging class, you can get a lot of points.
Yeah.
I think you can get like 40 points.
Wow.
No, 20 points
See,
on some of the long
Pyro.
setups.
I see the Pyro's running the default rocket air flamethrower. It's interesting. And yes, they're just running standard medigun here.
Can anyone see, is there anything at E for Red? Or are they... It looks as if their whole team is at A actually. I can see that.
They have
Yeah, it
absolutely
looks as
nothing
if they're
at
all on
E.
now.
Which is interesting, although it's important to remember
Yeah.
that when they haven't captured A, it's very easy to move from A to E.
Oh,
because
soldier
it's just through your
jumping.
spawn.
These soldiers jumping the point here.
Soldiers...
Try
It's
and
an
go for a
immediately
bomb.
impressive move from
Yes.
Grigri, but
Pyro
it's
soldier
important to remember on
taken
this
down.
map that it's very difficult to cap A, except if you're pushing with Uber.
Mm.
At least to their
Yeah.
credit, the medic did stay alive for that push, and he does have his Uber ready.
Oh, it looks like the demo was in Euro Platinum, so for UGC.
Blackie?
No, Bread Fan.
He's playing with 111 ping though, so that's
That is
going to
true.
be at least a slight handicap, I think.
So here's
mean-
where things get interesting though, we have got something on E now.
Oh yeah, we have a scout on. He looks like he's on fire. Oh, and they've actually set up a level 1 sentry there as well.
This is where I know as soon as I go
That's
towards
interesting.
E.
This is always the danger.
Where is
with-
E? There is E. This
Yeah,
map
they
is
pushed
gonna be
very
a
hard into
fuck
E.
up.
Yeah,
and
they've pushed
if you
very
see,
hard
they've
into
now
it. They've
popped
actually
their
got that whole
Uber
combo.
to try and do that.
See.
And although the counterpop's going through, if they get down that sentry, they should be alright, I think.
Mm.
I think
Demo
Sentry did
is
go
going to go down though, I
Oh,
think.
heavy down.
Oh.
It was brave
There we go,
by
good-
Blue.
good
It was
spy right
brave.
Like Jazz.
You need to be
Can he
more
get the
careful
medic
about your
though?
NG placement if you're trying to spawn camp like this.
Yes,
if it's
he
too
does get
close
the
as
medic.
that one was, then when the medic and demo came out, they absolutely destroyed it.
So it looks like the red medic actually went down there to Jazz for a face stab. Some interesting work by him.
Moving back A, however, somehow, we can see that Blue still hasn't managed to mount very much of a push against A. Although they do have a soldier on the
No.
point right now.
They are both
They
mounting
seem
a
very
very...
split.
Yeah, they're getting a very solid defense on E though, but the medic seems to be just sort of running around at the moment. He's not got charge, but he's found the sniper there, but he's not really doing
He's gone
much.
through B, I'm not sure what he thinks he's doing.
Yeah, I'm not sure where he's going really. Looks like he's just
Although it
regrouping
looks
with the
like
rest
they
of
might
his
be
team
trying to get a strong defense
Yeah.
on A again.
on A.
Although
yeah.
I'm not sure I'd agree with going by the lower route. I always find as a medic it's much easier to just jump up that ledge and jump over the wall onto the point. And as you see, he's just gone down there. Because taking the lower ground, especially on this map, when there's a lot of crazy that can happen, is always a risky move. In any case,
Website.
we have a solid defense by SOS, I'm going to have to call them here. Although
Looks like the
I
NG
think the
went
players
down
might
there.
be holding a bit far forwards.
However,
Yeah,
the
as you
Pyro
can
did
see,
get the
SOS
sapper
is
there.
actually destroying the enemy team at the moment.
Yeah.
Nothing for Grigri so far.
No,
Absolutely
no.
nothing.
Very good hold though.
But if
Very
you
good
compare
hold.
the points, you can see that almost every player on the other team
Yeah.
has 3 times the points.
Mm. I mean, the sniper especially, he looks like he's doing some good work. Hapkos. Ooh, sniper on the
It does look
E again.
like Grigri are going for another E push here, sending a good 7 members of their team towards it.
Same with the spy as well. He looks like he's jumping in there. And the combo pyro and the rest of them are all coming through.
The question,
Very
of course,
good
is are they going to be
shot
better
by.
able to spawn camp? One thing I would
That's
say
the
is that the
question.
soldiers not using the pain train, which is perhaps a mistake on his part.
I think,
There's
yeah,
a
especially on
lot
this
at it.
map is...
They popped Uber, however, and that might well mean... Oh, there's the counter pop. Might well mean that, yeah, they've been able to take down
Yeah.
the guy on the points.
Yes.
One thing I would say about this map is that if you're trying to do an E-push like this, it's important to take pain train. Oh, and they've taken the medic down for blue, so it looks like Grigri
that's
is really
good.
in trouble.
Very good. Yeah,
Um,
the demo goes down there.
1 times on this point takes 70 seconds to capture, which is something like 6 respawn waves.
That is a long time.
Whereas 2 points is 44 seconds. So taking the pain train is really vital if you're doing this kind of thing on demo soldier.
Yeah.
Especially because Scout is so very fragile when he's on that point.
Does the
And exposed.
Does the ×3 like apply on this map, or is
It does.
So,
It goes
Ooh.
something like 70, 44, 38, 33,
Oh, okay.
30 in terms of increasing numbers of players.
got it.
But
Looks
as
like
you can
the
see here,
blue med went down.
it looks like we have 1 minute and 20 seconds left for Grigri to cap any points.
Yeah.
And it looks like things are getting a bit frantic for them. They seem to have lost a bit of their coordination.
Yeah, it looks like they're gonna have to
Although
soft push it
we had
here.
a decent, I was going to say a decent flanking movement, but the poor Pyro got
With the
quite
Pyro,
nasty
yeah,
face
it's-
stabbed there.
Yeah, blue medic went down. Looks like it's all over. They've only really got
Yeah,
time
there are
for
2
one more push, if that, and that's with a soldier building maybe.
I don't think they'll be able to push with Uber at this rate.
No,
although they might at
no.
least get overtime. The
Might be able
important
to
thing for them
build.
now, if they want to win, is to retain some coordination because,
Yeah.
as you can see, they are in fact holding in spawn, which isn't a bad move in this case.
I think they
Especially
just
for
need to
medic,
get in with
but
the demo.
They don't quite have the time left to be playing this conservatively, perhaps.
No.
They need to see if they can get some decent picks, even just a couple.
While the demo does some work here,
Although
Heavy
the
goes
fact that
down
Heavy's
there.
just gone down can't help, and the
No.
fact that the other medic has Uber.
Yeah. Oh, medic goes down there. That's it. That's it.
Well,
They,
I
haven't
think
got
the
time
only
for
thing they
Uber
can really
anyway.
try for is to get someone onto E at the moment to at least play for a bit of extra time.
Spires onto the
But
century.
yeah, he's trying to
I
jump. He's
guess.
gonna. Is he gonna? No, he isn't. He's just gonna crater.
Yep. Looks like
Valiant,
demo's doing a
but
lot of
ultimate
work here.
fruitless attempt, and
Very
it
good
looks
piping.
like we are going to go straight to the opposing team's
Yes,
defense.
there we go. Very good
It's a
hold
very
by
solid defense.
SOS.
And unfortunately, not a very good offense by Grigri there.
No, no. It'll be interesting to see what kind of defense they set up.
Well, it's an interesting proposition. What happens if both teams are unable to capture a single point?
As a thing. I guess third round. Well, second round. So, looks like they're just going for a standard A hold again. Not again, rather, for this Grigri.
For Grigri, this is in fact the only option they're able to take. They have to hold on to A for that time. I think it's 6 or 7 minutes that
Yeah,
you have to hold on
I
to the
think
first
something
point.
like that.
One thing I'd say for Grigri to take from this is it's not really worth it, at least in my opinion, to try and go for that E-push.
Yeah, I
Unless
think-
the enemy team is really quite bad and you have massive Uber advantage and so on. Just because it's so difficult to hold on to the points when you haven't captured any of the other ones.
I think that was kind of Grigri's downfall because they kind of played for E sometimes, but then
Well,
the
they were
med
going
went
for a
down
very
and
quick
that's
time. It's
kind of went
understandable, but
downhill.
not a brilliant idea, I don't think.
It's like the spies coming in then.
They've already popped the Uber for blue.
Oh wow.
Very early.
Looks like the NG's got a wrangled
But
mini sentry
3 players down for
heading up.
Grigri already does not look good.
No.
And the soldier and demo as well,
Uber
so
has now been popped.
Yeah,
really
looks
going to
like
need to worry about that
Red
damage
Uber's
output.
popped their Uber as well. Spy goes down there.
However, yeah,
Yeah, it
SOS
looks like
are
it's
losing a few
be
players
someone
now. It's only
on
5 up for
E.
them versus 4 for Grigri.
Oh,
But crucially, that
Grigi's
sentry has
mid.
gone down and they have a mini sentry overlooking the point. And this does not look very good at all for Grigri now.
No. No.
They have a Pyro desperately coming to see if he can do anything, but it looks
Looks
like
like
he's
they've
going to be
paused.
pretty shut down. Yep, and the Heavy coming there as well.
No, I thought they
Yep,
paused.
it
I think it
looks
was
like
demo.
this is basically
Yeah,
going to be
so-
the end, although you have a Demo Man coming in. He might be
Ooh,
able to do something.
yeah, he gets down
No,
the,
this is going to be
Heavy.
it, I think. Yeah, and again, you see they all rushed onto the point one by one. If they
Yeah,
tried to get a
it-
bit of
it-
coordination, they
just
might have
go
done
with
something.
it.
But as it is, it looks like it's been a pretty straight wipe.
Yeah,
for-
just in what's the team? SOS's
Indeed.
favour.
But of course, this is stopwatch mode, so we're going to see what Grigri can do one second time.
Shouldn't they have changed teams?
Yeah, that's what they're trying to do now.
Oh, okay.
I can't figure out what makes this switch.
Yeah, just switching teams now.
So they have one more chance to try and defend A. Is that how stopwatch works? On defend?
no, now
ABBA.
now SOS have to set the time.
Yeah.
For
Yes, indeed.
yeah.
Yes, ABBA. It's like GP
Yeah.
used to be.
Well, hopefully, at least if SOS set the time, then we might actually get to see some play on more than just A and E. But accident and emergency sounds like a quite appropriate analogy for how Grigri's game seems to be going on so far. I
Don't
think.
diss them too hard, Baku. I'm doing your. I'm hosting.
I know.
Your
Someone needs
Steel
to get
game
them some
tomorrow.
water to apply to these burns, but.
In terms of points, if you look at them, I mean, everyone on now stuff seems to be doing a lot worse than Grigri.
It's worth commenting, although Grigri do seem to be having some problems, that they do also have a lot of players playing on plus 100 ping, which is really
yeah,
difficult.
I mean that's something taken for granted.
So, Oxy, what's your executive comment on the team so far?
Which
What's
team?
your any comment on the team so far?
Yes, what's your sort of verdict?
I just
I think
think
he's
that Grigri just split themselves far too much.
Mm.
Far too much in those first few pushes. I don't know what they were doing really. They sort of
I think
they were
they've never
throwing
really
people
played
away
this
really
map, is the
needlessly.
problem for them.
Yeah.
They kind of lacked any coordination because they sort of decided to go for A at first, which is kind of a logical move, just a standard push. But then they sort of transferred around to E and then tried that and they failed and then went back to A again. And so they kind of lacked a bit of coordination really on that front rather than just focusing down one point.
I can see the heavy is coming towards A, as is the spy. See what the spy can do. Not
So
a
it's
lot at
actually
the
only
moment. He's going
5
for the
minutes that they
pyro.
have to defend.
I'm
Spy
going to
does
actually
pick
have
up
to
that
rescind what I
pyro.
said earlier. It's not actually Grigri, but the opposing team who's all playing on 100 pings. However, we do see a
Yes.
Uber coming in from SOS now, which doesn't seem to
Spy
have gone
comes
very
forward
well.
again.
Actually. It's already
Spy
faded
gets
and they
soldier
haven't
too.
taken down anything big.
Yeah,
Although
it looks
there is
like
a spy coming towards the sentry now, so
Blue's
we'll see what he can
spy.
do there.
Yeah, it looks like SOS's spy is doing some work here. Really good.
Although he has been able to take down the sentry gun. He didn't get
Well,
the
that's a
end,
very good
so
advantage. Looks like
with
the
any
NG's
luck
resetting
for
up though.
the Grigri team, they'll be able to get their defense up again quite quickly.
Yeah, I mean the NG was already setting up. They're setting up with a level 1.
We actually see an interesting offense coming in again. We have a demo man spawn camping, as well as an engineer and a scouts and demo with pain train on the point this time.
Oh, neat.
And I think that they're going to have to start to look to do something here, because this is a nasty combination.
Yeah, they look like they've
for
got
Grigri
an
to deal
offense on E, yeah, and they.
And we see the Uber coming out from them, which is again not a good thing for them at all,
No,
because it means
no.
they're going to have a real
They've
problem
got a really
holding
big
A
disadvantage now.
without Uber. And it looks like they're actually going to lose that point right now.
Yeah, it looks
So
like
that was a very good
SOS has got the Uber.
distraction. SOS, I think.
Very well played.
We see they're already getting aggressive on B. Although I
they
think
split
up.
that the NG is just going to be able to.
They've split the team.
Yeah.
Although you
that's a
say
very
that
good
they
point
have
to
3
point
heavy
out.
classes with the medic there, and it looks there's basically nothing going on for Grigri at the moment. Their NG's about to go. Yeah, heavy's just gone down, and they've really stuck
Yeah.
the point. So
I'm
good
pretty
team
sure
play there
that
for
was.
Grigri.
I'm pretty sure that was
although they
just
need
a
to watch
single
out for things
player
being popped.
on E, and it forced like half the team back, and it just won the
Yeah.
B.
I think
ridiculous.
Grigri are just they're splitting up and
Yeah,
just
well,
not...
if you saw here, I think something quite nice to be seeing right now would be a crits coming from Grigri, because
Yes,
if you see how the
that
players
would
are
be
really
really
stacking on these points, and you do that in E quite a lot because it takes so long to cap, a crit switch would probably be quite a good move for them, I think, and might help them turn things around a bit. But
It's worth
if you look at
mentioning
what's
the
going
DM
on
as
now,
well.
they have 4 times on the cap, quite possibly, and 3 times, soon to go 5
Yeah.
possibly.
Oh, Demo Man, that's your moment of shame on the stream, I'm afraid. You just tried to
Unless you
jump
see
across and just fell straight down the pit.
Oh, looks like
But we see Blue getting properly
Blue
aggressive
got their
onto E. I'm surprised actually
Yeah.
they haven't tried to just sneak someone onto C to just get a very easy cap.
Looks like they're actually Blue's actually wrangling a sentry, level 2 sentry on the
And they
on
just
E
have
here.
one pyro standing on C. Who,
There is a heavy
he gonna be
medic
taken
soldier
down by
coming
the
to
sniper? No, he's not. The demo man's there as well, and the sniper is
The
running.
NG look, the heavy look
Oh,
like he was
and he's
going there
just
as well.
dying before the respawn. Oh, that's tragic. But no, I think they've actually decided to do something quite sensible here, SOS, and they've just decided to stack C. And I'm fairly sure that all that's going to happen is that Grigri are going to go for a pretty committed E defense now. I don't see them being
I
able to
can't
hold
see
D.
them. Well, I think that was kind of the error with B as well. I thought they didn't get out of B before it was sort of too late.
Well, we can
kind of
see
tried to
a
defend.
medic with a demo and heavy coming in towards D now. And starting to get a few picks as well.
Looks like the demo man's trying to get something on D. Oh, he's spotted
It's
the
quite a
spy.
remarkable time for SOS though. It's very difficult to cap these points in such a short time.
Yeah,
This is basically
in
them
3
stacking
minutes.
every single point instantly in terms of how long it's taking them.
Oh, looks like the demo man's caught a few players here. Got the sniper. Looks like he might get mad.
It looks like
Demo's picking up
the Red Scout is
loads.
successfully actually
Yeah,
distracting
they've
them
had
while the
spot
demo man
movement.
gets a few good picks, so quite a nice move there.
And the red counter pops looks like now.
Unfortunately,
they're
and the
heavy, very
medic going
weak.
down for SOS there as well. So
Yeah, the
quite a
heavy looks
display
like
from
he's gone down
Grigri
as
there.
well.
Well done to them.
Yeah, very good defense, but
Might
especially
have
by
that
the
spy
demo.
coming there. Oh, and he did get the medic. So
Oh,
Hoovers
right,
are
that's,
equal now, and probably
yes,
actually in
probably
SOS's
actually-
favour.
Yeah. Looks. I don't know. The blue medic doesn't seem to actually healing anybody at the moment.
He's just linked up with his heavy now,
Oh, okay. Yeah, there you go.
and they
Yeah.
actually seem to be going towards C, which is an interesting push. Suggests they're going to try and take D again. And how I know that? Too
That'll
many
be-
hours pubbing on this map.
That would be a sensible idea to do, I guess, rather than just go for the main E.
They do have about 20% Uber advantage, but I don't know whether they'd be able to actually turn that into anything.
Looks like the
Medic
Blackie
really
here.
has to watch out from where he's building though, because if he builds where he was standing previously, he's going to have a lot of trouble if the blue team drops down on him, which they can easily do in that corridor there.
Yeah. Looks like Blackie here is going to try and, with the combo, going to try and defend D. Setting up a sticky trap above the door there.
Just
we
taking down
see
the
two
demo man,
using
but
it,
walking onto the roller.
Looks like
It's looking like an
Blue
alright
caught the
mix,
Uber
to be
there.
fair. The big problem is that given the NG's just gone down, although actually that spy's in a lot of trouble now, and yeah, he goes down.
Yeah.
They need to watch out for their sentry. It could still be in a lot of. Oh, it's just gone down as well.
So now Red have a
they're
massive
gonna need to
Uber
work on
advantage. Should pop in here, maybe soon.
They're trying to hold on to their Uber. I think that's a bit.
Yeah, there we go.
Sometimes
They've
you have
popped in
just
now.
got to pop.
They should get a med here.
Yep,
but
they get the med
goes
pick,
down.
and they will get
and
the-
the heavy.
A lot on me.
Oh,
though.
oh, what a
Eating.
mistake!
Oh, the pyro. Is he going to get the med?
He's captured, if you ask me.
He did not
Oh,
get
and looks
the med
like
pick
they
yet.
need to focus down E because they've got 5 people on it now, and this looks like the
Oh,
end
and this
here.
looks like it's going to be game, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a team wipe,
yeah,
and
team.
they're going to be calling good game for that time.
Yeah, that's a very good time there. 6 minutes
Well-
30.
The one thing I'd say for Grigri now is that their only possibility is if they completely stack E as quickly
E.
as they can. They
That
will
would be-
probably not be able
They
to.
forgot to put stopwatch on.
Uh oh.
Oh, dearie me.
Uh oh.
It's nice to see that the impressiveness of people in using conflicts is not
Yes.
as bad as we thought it was. Oh wait, it is.
Okay, right.
So obviously,
Well,
you're not going to
this
be
should be
playing this map
interesting.
now. But if you were, what would be the things that you would take with you from this interesting viewing experience that we've just had?
Don't split yourself as heavily as they did.
Sounds
And
like a good
don't
one.
let the other team split you as well. That's another good point to make, really.
It looks like they do realise it's meant to be a stopwatch mode, and I think they saw the time as well. But
They are
having
just
said
giving
that,
them away.
Grigri is now starting to leave, so I think they may in fact just have decided, screw it, we're just going.
Yeah, I think they're just going GG.
Well, that was short and sweet.
This game took...
6 minutes 34. I'll just put it in
Yeah,
chat.
you
just
won
see if-
anyway.
They can't
yeah.
see Source TV.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, Cazius, it's just us who can see you whining. But yeah, I think
thought they
that
were in
both teams
overtime.
realised that there was a really big advantage to SOS there.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like everyone's going to leave here.
Also, this guy, Real Need No Kinix, has the most obscene view models I've ever seen. They're sent to something like 10.
10.
It looks like his ambassador is an
That's
over-the-shoulder cannon, let me put it that way.
Like the original, essentially, but with the ambi.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Don't know, they seem to be saying GL.
They are definitely.
Yeah, they're going. Yeah.
Well, that was Grigri versus Critoveds. That was a very short game.
Yes.
Shall I try and find us something else?
Why don't you
Yeah,
get
go
that
for it.
proxy? In the meantime, I'm going to actually check if there's anyone watching the stream.
In
One of
the
my friends
meantime,
said
I'm
he'd
gonna
be there,
configure
but
scripts.
There's only 4 people.
So
I
good.
Sadly,
doubt
my
maybe
fun-
everyone's playing games now instead of watching. I said I
Seems
had
my
like
amazing finality
23
didn't
or so
quite
earlier.
strip them.
Are we going to play in a bit, or are you just going to sort of cast?
Well, I'm not really awake enough to play.
Poor old
That's understandable.
Well, it's 7 o'clock. If
Yeah.
any of these games that were supposed to start at 7 haven't started yet.
Yeah, they would have started by now.
And again, Oxy, having 4 viewers means that there are 4 people who prefer us to...
It's pure streaming.
He's streaming his Medic AMA, Heal Order and Sheet.
Well, I'm out of here, guys, so bye. No, I'm joking.
Unfortunately, it seems like a lot of the matches are just going to be Steel/Badwater, so...
Yeah, I mean, I know ETF2L this week it was meant to be
I think I've got another game to stream.
ETF2L.
Yeah, we should try-
Badwater.
Given that
Cry
basically
some
none
more
of us knows
versus
anything
one
about
round
Dota,
wonders.
we could try streaming that.
Oh, cry some more. Playing.
Really? Cry some more?
Oh, okay. Surely that'd be UGC.
They're a decent team.
Chrysum will be
Yeah.
one round wonders.
One round wonders, yeah, I know them. Well, I know Maddo anyway.
I think we actually played Cry some more last season UGC. They're quite a good team. Have some good players on them.
Yeah, we played them, I think that was our first week. Well,
It
I
was our
think it was
second week
second
for us. Well, they're playing
Yeah,
again in the same
possibly.
division as It's All About the Giver, so it'll be an
Yeah.
interesting matchup there.
Well, I mean, we're playing in Steel, so...
So how was your season then, Cadius?
It's going okay-ish, I guess.
In Steel, in UGC, sorry.
Oh, in UGC... Yeah, okay-ish. I mean, in ETF2 we lost our last... this match. Most recent match on Badwater by literally a slither. It was something like 10 seconds in it, but you know, hey, all those seconds count, I guess. So yeah, it's going okay in UGC. I wouldn't say we're doing badly, but we're not doing like fantastically, obviously. I think this is just it's our first season properly together, so our combo isn't really sort of properly used to each other yet.
Even Crash won a game. Yay, go us.
So if you got like 10 TC TC teams,
We
honestly,
have
it just confuses me. 6. Wow.
6 DC teams, 5 66 and 1 Highlander, though one of the 66 is sort of dead.
So, are you guys in 6s then?
I've been involved with 6s teams with TC for like the last 2 years, but I've sort of I've called time on it
gone off it,
little bit.
What about you, Baku?
I had a 6s team, and potentially I could be going for a Nervous Energy 6s team, but I do a lot of scrolling with my current Highlander team because we're trying to improve ourselves. We want to go silver season after next.
I will just be restarting the stream for the people on it.
Okay.
Person.
It's 4 of them.
Wow.
I think I've got to go for now. I'll see you guys in about like 30 minutes or something.
Alright, have fun then.
Okay, see you in a bit, bye.
True.